Donald Trump doesn't have the money that Hillary Clinton has heading into the final weeks, and it's a big if after all these controversy, he can raise more. But with some of the money he does have, he's on television with this.
Hillary Clinton failed every single time as Secretary of State. Now she wants to be president. Hillary Clinton doesn't have the fortitude, strength, or stamina to lead in our world. She failed as Secretary of State. Don't let her fail us again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
In the debate, he was asked, what does he admire about Hillary Clinton? And his response was, her toughness.
The most recent United States presidential election, the use of advertisements on the part of both political parties played an overt role in influencing mass opinion. These advertisements aired on live television and within social media, taking advantage of recent progress within data collection. Social media websites like Facebook use this technology to cater to a user's preferences. This use of data collection to cater to audiences and drive advertisement is called targeted advertising. However, before the rise of the digital age, companies still sought to cater to specific audiences, instead relying on societal stereotypes of specific demographics like race, religion, or socioeconomic status. To understand how much data the internet allows companies to collect in 2017, it is important to understand how private businesses utilize internet cookies. When a person views a product on a retail website, the user's browser submits information that he or she is looking at to a third-party advertising network. Info is stored in a browser cookie, which is a small piece of code that lets advertisement networks and sites share information on what visitors view or buy. As a result of these collection methods, it is hard to quantify or estimate the amount of information that companies have been able to gather. That person later clicks on another website in the same advertising network. Advertisements for the first product the user viewed at the first retail website could show up. This advertisement is targeted to the user in hopes of drawing them back to buy the product. On the part of the company, targeted advertising allows businesses to target people that are more likely to buy their products.
In the age before big data and personalized adverts, targeted advertising normally focused on demographics only separated by race, sex, and age. Ads in this time period focused on targeting the right demographic for their product and tailoring their marketing strategies for each specific audience. When these companies had enough information to accurately target the demographic they were aiming for, the resulting advertisements ended up being extremely effective. Cosmopolitan magazine was an example of this success, succeeding in its objective to target the new wave of socially liberal feminists in the mid-70s. On the other side, some companies missed their mark entirely with their advertising creating ads that would be considered outright racist and offensive by today's standards. These ads, created by McDonald's in the mid-70s for their infamous Get Down campaign, showed how out of touch these companies were with the demographics they were trying to target. The lack of knowledge of McDonald's when targeting the African American demographic caused the creation of these borderline racist ads, spurring a need for more information collection strategies within targeted advertising. This eventually led to the effect that we have today with companies collecting tons of data to create huge repositories in order to create personalized ads for every single customer that they have.
As technology and the internet continue to play a larger role within the lives of people around the globe, targeted advertising is going to continue to expand and will drastically change because of developing communication strategies. In the future, advertising will scarcely feel like advertising as companies expand the use of interactive media that appeals to the interests of the user. This will be done with a combination of two disciplines. Creation of advertisements will be done in ascendingly greater parts by using computer algorithms that take advantage of data taken from the internet. Computer algorithms will make advertising more predictive, taking into account a user's history and values, coalescing them to create a positive experience for the user. Ultimately, the future of advertising will be from a means of communication to a means of entertainment, associating positive feelings of the product for the user. Proponents of targeted advertising believe people will gain greater attachment to their products and eliminate the negative stigma that is associated with the advertisement business. Opponents of targeted advertising believe that targeted advertising will manipulate users into buying products they may not truly desire.
As we can see, through the years there has been a development regarding the ethics in targeted advertising in a kairotic fashion. In the past, newspapers were the primary medium for these ads. Companies targeted readers based on what they envisioned would enjoy, which was mostly a hit-or-miss strategy in advertising effectiveness. In 2013, the ethics law known as the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act made it illegal for companies to collect info from children without consent from their parents. Many believe that companies should not be able to collect information at all in order to protect user privacy. Even more question the need for advertisement at all, using ad blocking software at all times.
Yes, I think they somewhat do. Maybe not as much now as they did in the past because there is a lot more data available on different minority groups. However, I think there's still a lot of generalizations within data.
I guess that they don't really as much now because we kind of know all we really need to about like different races, different groups. I don't really know. And back then, like back in probably like the 70s, 80s, we didn't really know anything about like certain races, so we kind of resorted to just stereotyping them.
Pretty much probably every ad I've seen.
0. I really don't watch ads.
I think I put a lot of trust in different companies when it comes to like my credit card information, you know, being saved on the website and address and mailing information.
A lot. I don't have any of my passwords saved on my computer. I don't connect anything to like my Google account or anything. I write down all my passwords and I like keep them safe. So that's about all I do.
The controversy behind targeted advertising has truly taken a roundabout path through the years. What started as a problem regarding the effectiveness and political correctness of advertisements evolved into a debate regarding privacy and data collection methods. Despite this evolution, many advertisements today end up being as tone-deaf as the examples from the 70s. Just a few weeks ago, Dove came under fire for publishing a Facebook ad that was deemed guilty of using long-running racist advertising tropes. While this controversy has changed over the years, the problems from the past continue to remain. As the future comes, this controversy will only serve to become even more complicated as technology becomes more advanced and outdated commonplaces from the past still remain.